And real wide, say ah.
We were there as folks got tested for COVID-19. Vincent White wanted.
Make sure that I am not a carrier.
So he came to Mercy Health's Bond Hill campus on its very first day of hosting a drive-through flu clinic, joining suburban flu clinics already in place.
Well, they're all called flu clinics. I think that nomenclature is just that what we're actually trying to do is see people who have flu-like symptoms. Flu-like symptoms are cough, fever, shortness of breath.
Those could also be COVID symptoms, which are hitting African Americans really hard across the country. It's why Damon Lynch III,
I've always been a person of action.
the president of the Community Economic Advancement Initiative and the pastor of New Prospect Baptist Church, worked with Mercy Health
So I do thank Mercy for stepping up,
to bring the clinic to this Reading Road site along the Norwood Lateral in Bond Hill.
which is next to Roselawn, which is next to Avondale, which is next to Evanston, which is next to Walnut Hills, where there are large populations of African Americans.
One very important thing, this location does not assume people have cars. In fact, we saw walk-ups.
Okay, you having any trouble breathing?
People getting here on foot or by bus to get tested. We also saw a steady stream of cars. Dr. Keith Melvin says it shows the need for testing right here, right now.
I don't know if anybody's got one that's directly in the inner city. And so this is Mercy's first one in the inner city.
And that's of real benefit to a population that's more vulnerable to something like COVID-19 because of a greater degree of underlying risk factors like diabetes, hypertension, and heart disease.
If we can identify who is positive, we can then quarantine those folks specifically. We can isolate people in their homes.
And stop the spread. That is Pastor Lynch's goal.
And it's important for me because I'm a pastor of a large congregation of people that I care about. We know who we're targeting because of the disproportionality, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody. It shouldn't, because if it was disproportionately impacting your community, we would stand up for you just as well.
Dr. Melvin, how is all of this positively Cincinnati?
This is my community, these are my people, and this is my city, and I'm proudly here. And I want to be a person that's on the front line. I want to show that Bond Hill is on the front line of the COVID-19 pandemic.
On the front line, fighting it by preventing the spread. Since tests are limited, Mercy Health tells me it is testing per the CDC's guidelines, the elderly, the immune compromised, folks in risk groups, and of course, healthcare workers. Screenings are free and they run from 9 to 6, Monday through Saturday.